It's hard for me to talk about it, but I'm just keeping 100. I feel bad about what happened to Syko Stu. I don't condone what my son did at all. Very, very unfortunate. If I was there, things went down, but what I'm saying, I wasn't there. I'm a father, so I gotta have my son's back, but I'm gonna let justice, play out, take its course. Ain't much I can do on that side, but be a father. My son know better. He know better.
You know that.
He know better.
When it's done, it's done.
He dishonored my name.
Get up, thank you.
He dishonored my name. He know better.
Okay.
So I'm upset. He know better.
I've been trying to give him privacy for the most part. The thing is, so like I'm one of the less senior people there at Knox. Like if you talk about like, I've only been there like maybe 2.5 years, right? He's got friends that have been there for 20 plus years, like even Rusev's known him so long, right? So they're the ones visiting. I called like my buddy Maverick, the real McKeel. We talked, he gave me an update, and the best part about that is like he needs his rest and his space, and his family needs their rest and their space, and I don't want to be an extra person pushing in on time they could be spending with him.
In a shocking turn of events that has left the combat sports world reeling, Rampage Jackson, the son of UFC legend Rampage Jackson, now faces an attempted murder charge. What started as a wrestling event on a live stream spiraled into a brutal real-life assault, and the fallout has been nothing short of catastrophic. Now the victim, Stuart Syko Stu Smith, is taking legal action, while Rampage Jackson is left to grapple with a father's worst nightmare. And as the story unfolds, the reactions from the biggest names in MMA are painting a grim picture of a young man's life about to be ruined by a moment of uncontrollable rage.
Yeah, I got stitches right here. What happened was when I first came in there, my goal was to not tackle him onto Stu. I went in, I looked, I assessed, and I said, I have to pull him away from Stu. So that's why I went to the outside and got under an armpit and tried to throw him off to the side. And when I did that, if you look at the video, you could see him shoot for a double leg on me and try to take me down. He was working the whole time to try to get an advantage, get my legs, dump me on my head so he could do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. Or at least, attempt to, because I would have been awake. But that's what was happening. And then as I got some underhooks set in and I kind of held him up, I was working a position and I was like, I'm going to roll this guy to the corner. As I started backing him up and using my weight to push him into the corner.
The incident itself is hard to watch. During a wrestling event, an altercation broke out. But what happened next went far beyond the theatrics of professional wrestling. Rampage Jackson is seen standing over his opponent, who is already down and seemingly defenseless. And then he unleashes a horrific barrage of punches, 15 unanswered shots to the head of a man who is clearly no longer conscious. It was a shocking display of violence, made even more disturbing by the context. It all happened on a live stream where Raja was allegedly offered 50 Twitch subscriptions for a knockout.
It's hard for me to talk about it, but I'm just keeping 100. I feel bad about what happened to Syko Stu. I don't condone what my son did at all. Very, very unfortunate. If I was there, things went down, but I wasn't there. I'm a father, so I gotta have my son's back, but I'm gonna let justice play out, take its course. Ain't much I can do on that side, but be a father. Y'all know I can't talk about this shit. I can't talk about any details and stuff like that. I can't really go into nothing. I hope y'all can respect that. The shit put me in like a bad mood. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad about Syko Stu and his family. His family had to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish I could have been there,
But the horror on the stream was nothing compared to the fury on the street. In footage captured after the incident, Raja is seen in a heated, expletive-laced tirade, screaming that he was tired of people playing with him. He was completely out of control, a powder keg of rage, having to be held back by friends as he continued to threaten the man he had just viciously assaulted. This wasn't just a moment of poor judgment, it was a complete and total loss of control.
We're in the ring. Let's fucking clean it up. He's waking up now. We're good.
Yeah.
Don't smash no shit off of nobody's head.
No, right. You're right. But everybody wrong with
But you know it.
I know.
Thank you for being a good father.
But I'm gonna tell you something. My son know better. You know better.
And you know that.
He know better.
When it's done, it's done.
He dishonored my name.
Get up, thank
He
you.
dishonored my name. He know better.
Okay.
So I'm upset. He know better. Hey,
I know he's in trouble.
hey, our father said the meek will inherit the earth.
Yes, sir.
And I've been trying to teach him that.
And as this nightmare unfolded, his father, UFC legend Rampage Jackson, was left to pick up the pieces. It's hard for me to talk about it, Rampage admitted, his voice heavy with a father's pain. I don't condone what my son did at all. It was very, very unfortunate. He dishonored my name. He knows better. In a moment of raw honesty, Rampage expressed his deep regret for what happened to Syko Stu and his family, but also made it clear that as a father, he has to have his son's back while letting justice take its course.
All right, follow me real quick. When I first saw this, I thought these guys were playing. You know, WWE hardcore match.
Oh, look at this. Mox has him up. Oh!
Disqualification, but please. No.
After doing my research, this was definitely real.
Oh, you don't.
Unavoidable.
Easy. He's not a f***er, bro.
Should have never happened.
I appreciate it. I didn't know. I thought you were first.
At the end of the day, I hope the wrestler that was hit and pummeled is okay. And for Roger, your actions were out of line, so you're gonna have to deal with some big boy consequences for this one. All of us can learn a little something from this. Don't let small situations escalate into bigger situations that will ultimately cost you big consequences.
While Rampage reacted with the pain of a father, the MMA community delivered a much colder and harsher verdict. Derek Brunson admitted he thought it was fake at first, like a staged WWE match, but once he realized it was real, he condemned it. This should have never happened, he said, warning Raja that he would have to deal with big boy consequences. Tim Welch was even more horrified. I can't even watch this, he said. The kid's blacked out. His goal right there was to murder. He damn near killed the man. Welch pointed out the legal jeopardy Raja is in, saying it might be considered attempted murder and that he'll likely go away for a long while.
12, 13, like what the f? Can't even watch this. The kid's blacked out. The kid's blacked out, and I think his goal right there was to murder. Maybe not. Maybe not. Blacked out, maybe he doesn't know what he's doing, but he damn near killed the man. That's crazy. He's got to get some punishment for this. There's just going to be no excuse. He's going to probably go away for a long while, especially on stream. He's on stream and he said 50 subs for a KO.
And then there was Kevin Lee, who delivered perhaps the most powerful and uncompromising take of all. I love Rampage, but Rampage, turn your son in, he stated bluntly. He got to go lay down for a little bit. You're a grown man, bro. You can't condone that type of behavior. Lee called it a sneak attack, pointing out that Raja waited hours to retaliate while the man was in character and working. He revealed the chilling detail that the victim reportedly flatlined and was unconscious for 6 minutes. For Kevin Lee, the conclusion was simple. You got to go to prison, bro.
This isn't going to be good for old Raja. Rampage's got money. They're going to have some good lawyers. But it might be attempted murder. God, that's the thing. You got to be careful getting in street fights. If you can avoid street fights, avoid them. Especially if you got a temper tantrum. Maybe if you know a little jiu-jitsu and you get in a street fight here and there, it's okay. You can take care of yourself, get in a good position. But once you crack somebody and then you start seeing red and you're not thinking about what you're doing and you're punching them and they're already knocked out, good chance you're going to kill them. And now you might be in the pen. So, that was f***ed up. That was
If you think this situation is as disturbing as I do, hit that like button and let me know in the comments if you agree with Kevin Lee's harsh assessment.
And if it's Rampage, I love Rampage. But Rampage, turn your son in. He got to go lay down for a little bit. Like, if it was my son, that's what I would tell him. You a grown man, bro. You can't condone that type of behavior, bro. You got to go lay down for a little bit. We'll get you a good lawyer. You ain't going to be in there forever, but you got to go lay down. I get it. He hit you in the head with a bottle beforehand. I get it. He shouldn't have did that. I don't condone that either.
I ask you, I know you're close with Rampage Jackson. You guys are good friends. What was your immediate reaction to what his son did yesterday?
I was with him. Extremely unhappy. He wasn't happy. You know, he's my friend, so I can't really overcome it. That Rampage was definitely not happy.
So you were Rampage when he saw the video. He was disappointed? Okay, cool. Well, hopefully they can get it all figured out and
he's
learning lessons.
I'm a father. He's a father. Obviously, he's very concerned with his son. He wants him to right, but he's also very unhappy. So, I don't want to get anything in Rampage, but not happy. I mean, would you be happy?
No,
but he's also very concerned because he loves his son, so he's very concerned. So that's a tricky situation.
Well, prayers to everyone involved.
Yeah, exactly. I hope everything. Hope the guy ends up healthy. Hope his son is okay. Rampage is okay. It wasn't a good situation.
All right. Thank you for your time, Jake.
But to wait hours until the man was working, which we all understand, he playing a character and he was in character and he working, and then you sneak him, because that's what you did. I mean, you snuck him. He wasn't expecting that, and you, bro. They say dude flatlined and was unconscious for 6 minutes afterwards. Dog got to go lay down. You got to go to prison, bro. There's no part of that you thought was cool. Like, I can't even wrap my mind around why you thought that was cool and why you ain't got no self-control over your emotions. I get it, you and your feelings.
Now here's where the story takes another complicated turn. Some context has emerged that adds layers to this incident, though it certainly doesn't excuse it. According to Rampage, the whole thing started when the wrestler, who didn't know his son, hit him over the head with a can or bottle as part of the show. Raja, following his father's advice, didn't react. But it's clear the incident festered. Add to that the fact that according to Rampage, his son had suffered a concussion in sparring just 3 days before the event. These details paint a picture of a young man who was potentially injured, provoked, and then lost control in the worst way imaginable.
Now, I'm getting in front of this and I'm making these predictions without having news if Syko Stu is injured. If his jaw's broken and some teeth are loose, all of a sudden you're having a very different conversation. But you have the police that are in possession of irrefutable evidence known as a video that an assault happened, and the police have not taken any action. And they won't take any action until a statement is made one way or the other by Syko Stu.
You know, if this was anybody other than Rampage Jackson's son, I don't think there'd be any empathy here at all. But we all love Rampage, and he's the man, you know. And the fact that he's his son, we're all sitting here like, bro, what the you know? And what do we think about this? You know, if it was just about anybody else in the world, it'd be like, bro, throw that you know, in the cage and throw the key away, man. And that's probably what's going to happen to him. Like, you know, you say they're investigating, like, well, there's not a lot to investigate. Like, there's a video that shows it pretty goddamn clear, you know, what do we need to investigate here? So, you know, what's he gonna get? You know, I don't know what like attempted murder is, but I mean, he was knocked out and punching the out of him. You know, I don't know how far they go in there or what the details are to get that charge. Aggravated assault's for sure, battery, you know what I mean? Like, it's a felony for sure, right? I mean, there's I don't think there's any way out of that. So, you know, kind of just is what it is for him now. But like what a move, man, you know? Like, you want to fight the guy, like, dude was like, you know, we watched the video right before the podcast here. You know, the dude was like preparing for a pro wrestling style takedown, and motherfucker slammed him on his head. Like, you know, dude's lucky that, you know, you said, he's hospitalized, but man, he's lucky that that's all that happened, you know?
But does any of that excuse what happened next? The legal system and now the victim, Stuart Smith, are saying no. He has officially filed a lawsuit against Raja, calling the assault brutal, unprovoked, and unacceptable. The wrestler who heroically intervened to stop the attack and who received stitches for his trouble has given an update saying that Stu is recovering but that he and his family need space. He described the terrifying moment when he had to pull Raja off of Stu and how Raja then immediately tried to take him down as well.
Hopefully the guy's all right, man. That's about all you can say at the end of the day, right? Hopefully the guy just heals up and, you know, with some PTSD or being a veteran and everything, man, you know, just hope that the guy turns out okay, man. Send him some positive energy and hope for the best. That's about the most you can say about it. Other than that, you know, again, loving Rampage, but, you know, hopefully justice is done and his son gets what he deserves. I don't agree with Sean on that at all. You know, like, the dude doesn't, like, it'd be one thing, you know, if like they got in a fight and he him up and, you know, hurt him bad, right? But like the dude was defenseless and then knocked out like him. And the only guy that should not be saying him is Rampage, right? Because it's his son. And he's the one that should be saying, you know, can we just give him some help or something, you know, try to stick up for him. But everybody else, I mean, we have no reason to have any sympathy for that kind of behavior.
To be honest, it's hard to watch, but you know, in a way, it's like he might have something like wrong, like maybe like anger problems, because like why would he do that, you know? And anybody that has trained or anybody that has a brain knows when someone's working or someone's like, and like that would be like me going with you right now and you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick you up and we're working, we're doing a WWE match. Like you could slam me in my head, like I'm giving you my weight, you know what I mean? So like the guy obviously let him pick him up, and then slamming him like that is ridiculous. First off, especially being a guy that's trained. I know he's only 0-1, but like slamming the guy like that first off is ridiculous. Like any person in WWE can do that to each other, you know. It doesn't, that's not anything like people are adding like, oh, that's Rampage Jr. or something like that. Like the guy jumped up for you to carry his weight, and he's trusting you to take care of his body. You know what I mean? And then he's throwing those shots, and like, I get you can kind of lay one in, like, you know what I mean? You know, I can hit you like that, but not even. But the first one was like a haymaker. He's trying to like kill the guy, and like, it's just sad. Like I don't understand what happened. Like it's hard to explain what happened, and it looks bad for us too. You know what I mean? Like. And like anybody could do that. Like I can go in the ring in WWE and do that. To, like why do I do that? No. Like you're supposed to have a trust. I mean, that's a different sport. It's a pro wrestling, you know.
And beyond the legal fallout, this incident has sparked a larger conversation about the dark side of online culture. Streamer Adin Ross called it disgusting and disturbing, demanding that the platform Kick make immediate policy changes and hold staff and moderators accountable. When clout, clicks, and subscriptions are on the line between entertainment and dangerous reality can get blurred with devastating consequences.
And I'll be transparent, I like Raja, and obviously I adore Rampage. Me and Rampage have a great relationship. I love Rampage. And it's just by nature, my initial thought was when I heard about this, and I spoke with Rampage, when I heard about this, I went, all right, how can I defend Raja? I look at all the videos, I watched the full live stream and all that. I got nothing. Oh, I can't, you can't defend this. I see this, it's so sad. Because he was just getting started, and that all goes away. If this veteran pro wrestler decides to press charges, that pro wrestler goes, this was a bit, or this was a work, and he just thought that's how it works, I'm not pressing charges, Raja's still gonna take a lot of heat online, but you're not doing jail time. Then we can figure it out. But if that dude wakes up and somebody's in his ear and goes, dude, you gotta make this dude pay. He has to learn a lesson and he presses charges. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. Attempted murder, aggravated assault, it's gonna be tough. Talking about felony.
So what are we left with? A brutal, unconscionable attack captured on a live stream, a young man's life now in ruins, facing the most serious of criminal charges, a father's pain as he watches his son's future crumble, and an entire community left in shock, forced to confront difficult questions about accountability, provocation, and the toxic influence of a culture that sometimes rewards chaos over character.